Makelele House YouTube. So here we are today. And guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you like, share, and give a good comment because we are not stopping yet. We are still kicking on. All right. I know you've already seen the um, title of the day, title of the video today. And so, guys, I actually don't know where to start, but I will start somewhere because sometimes in videos you have like mostly on YouTube, and you are doing lifestyle, you are doing cooking, and you are doing what else, lifestyle, cooking, and maybe traveling. Not too much on traveling, but let's say lifestyle and cooking. Okay, cooking is so good. You can do it when you are not touching any part of your life, and that's okay. But when it comes to lifestyle, sometimes you have to capture, some private things of yourself, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm not going to capture everything, and we will start somewhere because this is my life as Kate Solly. And obvious, people will criticize, others will start judging you, and that's all right. That's okay. I have no problem with that because we are human beings and we are living. And guys, I'm so sorry. I actually wanted to start this video sometimes 30 minutes ago, and there's a person who is cutting some grass here, so it's making noise for me, and I have to do this video because time here is the main thing. So you can't just say I'll do because we never do. And like they say that you cannot sneeze without closing your eyes. And so is patience and a dream. So you see, uh, how they go together? How do you get anything? All right, now let me start somewhere. Coming to Australia was, let me say that, was not my dream because sometimes life has to plan itself, or let me say that God always has a plan for everybody, right? Because let me capture way back. Okay, I met this guy, that's my husband, Solomon the Wise Man, 1978. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. I met this guy after finishing my secondary school, and let's say like we just saw each other, but we weren't friends, so we just saw each other. I actually was coming from salones. Yes, I had got to the salon to make my hair, and while I was coming back to our home, that's in village now, back in Africa. While I was coming back to our home, or let's say, yeah, in the village, is when I met the guy. So I didn't know where he was going, but actually he was going to my uncle's place, and it's actually somewhere he has been going, being sent by his mom. So that's where he was going, and he saw me. So to cut story short, he stopped where he was going and said hi. And I was like, this guy was a Rasta man. So he had like dreadlocks. This guy had a hair, a big hair. Like, I was like, who is this guy? Why is. And then we had this thing of saying, when you see a man with long hair, like plaiting hair to a man, like in Africa. Back then looked like a taboo. Like, why do you have a long hair? That should be for ladies. Why do you have it? And I was like, oh, so you have a long hair and you're trying to talk to me. Okay. So he actually talked to me in Swahili and we talked. Yeah, we talked. We said hi. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from bra bra bra. You, where are you going? I'm coming. I'm going bra bra bra. And okay, we left it there, and he went where he was going, and I went where I was going. I was going to home. Not my home actually, but our home. So it's in the village though. So this guy, he left and he went. We didn't talk much. Yeah, we didn't talk much. So we stayed for long and like a month or something because I wasn't into that. So it created interest on me. How do I say toward me? So, but to me, I was like, nah, I wasn't ready for that. So, it came back again. It came back again, and when it came back to my uncle's place, this guy had the audacity to ask where is my home. Okay, so it came to my uncle's place and he sent a small boy. That time I can't mention because I won't open up everything, but the boy was my nephew. Let me say that. So the boy ran and he came say, hi, there's somebody there who want to speak to you. And I'm like, could be that, who could be that? And I'm like, no, I wasn't willing actually to go because at that time, when you get out of high school and during then our parents couldn't open so well to us, especially to girls, not like nowadays. If you have a teenager, all right, let's say they have completed their high school or maybe they are closer to completing their high school, we just open up everything to them. So to our parents, they didn't open everything, so they used to tell us like, when you meet a boy, you just run away because they make you pregnant. And that's what we used to do. So when you see a young man who's talking to you, we used not just to talk to them, but we just used to run away like you don't want to talk to them. Yeah, you don't want to talk to them. So I wasn't to cut that. I wasn't in a position to go check who is that. So that day I ignored him. I didn't go. So I started playing like hide and seek to him. But he's actually serious. He got somebody whom he has seen somewhere. So I started playing the game of hide and seek. When I see him somewhere, I would run and hide so that he would not get me. So that took like a year. Yeah, it took like a year. And that time is when you are out of school and you are not so sure what you want to pursue, like in the college. Because according to what I wanted to do when I was in secondary school, I didn't manage actually because of mathematics. So, and I actually, you people, I don't know what's wrong with kids of nowadays. When you tell a child go back to school, go back, do or redo it again, they don't want. But that time I was ready. I approached my dad and told him I want to go back in Form 3. I actually had completed Form 4 and I wanted to go back to Form 3 because I wanted to come again and get that grade that I wanted so I could pursue um my career. I actually wanted to be a lawyer, but I couldn't make. So my dad told me, you are the firstborn and you have your siblings behind. So there's no way I can take you back because I have no enough money. And I was like, oh, okay. So to that point, I had to understand everything and be patient with my dad, because he is actually the breadwinner, and he was in everything. That's the person we used to, you know, talk to. So to cut story short, um, where was I? I got lost now. I played hide and seek, and this boy disappeared. I don't know if I'm the one who disappeared or it's him. So yeah, it's me. I disappeared. I actually got a job of a house cleaner. By then we used to say it's maid. So I went to a nearby town, that's Nairobi city. So I went to work as a housekeeper, cleaning house, washing dishes, doing house stuff. And yeah, that's how we got lost to each other. So I couldn't see him and he couldn't see me. But I remember before I got to that work, I had given him my number, my phone number. So I you guys, I had a number line, but I had no phone. I had a card, but I had no phone. So I used to borrow my boss the phone, and I take my card and insert the card in there, so I can make a call if I want to call my mom or if I want to call someone else. So I used to do that, and my boss was so good. She actually was giving me the phone like the whole day. I remember it's like she had to. So I had no phone. So if I want to call my mom or I want to talk to someone else, that's what I used to do. And then my boyfriend then wasn't my boyfriend because I hadn't accepted anything about him. This guy was so persuasive. He used to call me with that um number. I mean, yeah, that number that now I was using. And this thing of hiding, taking off the card, putting it off, and the guy will still get you. It was funny. Some things are God's plan. So we used to talk. Actually, we used to talk when you're coming back in the village, because the guy was in the village, you remember, and I've gone to Nairobi, the city that's in our place. So we would talk, and sometimes I would lie. Sometimes I would tell the truth, because I didn't want this guy to uh, you know, to some point make me pregnant. That's what I was actually avoiding most. I actually didn't want to disappoint my father, my dad, because I used to see how he used to struggle for us, and I didn't want to make my dad feel so bad about me. So I played the game. And then that was the year after secondary school. So 1 year is over, let's say that. And then the next year, my dad is planning for me to start a course. And I actually don't know when I'm supposed to get in the college. So I was very much interested. I was finding any way I could avoid this guy, because he's so persisting. I don't want it. So I kept on working on that house for like 1 year and some months. And funny enough, I didn't tell my dad where I was. I actually said that I went to my cousin to stay with my cousin, and my dad allowed me. So we came to tell him later that I was working. My dad couldn't believe, because my dad didn't expect me to work as a housekeeper, because I've taken you to school, secondary school. How can you come out of secondary school and go work as a housemaid, housekeeper? How? So I didn't tell anything. We didn't open up anything. So I went there, stayed there, come back. Okay, let's assume I went to do the house cleaning. That is this year, and this year is done, and next year is when I'm going to the college. So next year on July somewhere there is when I'm coming back now completely to the village so I can prepare myself to go to the college. And but before that, I used to get a off. You see, like maid nowadays, you give them off, like off day on Saturday and Sunday. I could run to the village and we could meet with this guy, but I didn't accept. Hey, huyu mjamani si nimemsumbua. Sikuwaitikia ati yakwe boyfriend. Hey, nilimwagaisha. So I came back. Now it's June, July, somewhere there. So at that point is when I accepted him as a boyfriend. As a boyfriend. After 1 year and something, 1 year and 7 months there. Because I actually knew September. September, I'm joining the college. So I knew I'm gonna stay home like a month, August. Then September, I'm joining the college. And story for another day. All right, I won't take much of your time. So this was part 1. Wait for the next video.